Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Friday, November 24th, 2023. Welcome to a Friday morning edition of my daily vlog where I'm documenting my work to try to make content creation sustainable for GenXGrownUp and myself and my colleagues eventually. So today is the day after the Thanksgiving holiday here in the US. Yesterday I took off. We had lots of people over. We had friends and family. We had a stray locally who was a friend who had nowhere to go for Thanksgiving. We love inviting people over just to share. Because we always have way too much food. Doesn't everybody always have way too much food on Thanksgiving? Tons of leftovers kind of stuff. So I think we had a 7-person table. And usually it's like 3 or 4, you know. So it was almost like a double of what we're used to, which was a nice throwback to Thanksgiving. The older Thanksgivings when you know, the kids' table and there was like not even room for the kids at the table kind of thing. So I had a really nice yesterday, a nice Thanksgiving. My mom came over, my daughter drove up from where she had moved down to South Florida. Just a great day. Throughout it though, I was thinking about the stuff that I hadn't done on Wednesday and the stuff I needed to do today. So let's talk then about Wednesday, which is kind of yesterday. It's the last day I worked. My goal on Wednesday was to get all of the not on camera stuff shot and hopefully edited. Two ways to look at it. Either I didn't accomplish what I had set out to do, or what I'd set out to do was larger than the scope of what I had. It's somewhere between. The reality lies somewhere between that. I have more stuff to shoot yet. I'm not done. I got a lot done. I did, wow, I probably spent 3 hours shooting and editing stuff from 2,600 plus games, different experimentation, things like that. And a lot of it edited. I think I have about 5 running minutes edited and kind of ready to drop in, but there's still some more, like all my experimentation is done. I have to now document that stuff on camera so that I can then communicate it in the review. So I have a little bit more of that to do. So I hope to do some of that this morning. And then after lunch, come back, shoot my stand-up, of which I have 95% written. I just have to put a couple more notes I came up with last night to plug in. So I'll get to today in a second, but Wednesday was productive, though not as much as I had hoped, because I still hope to get this review out for Saturday, which is tomorrow. Stats-wise, let's talk about that. Holiday, couple of days, Wednesday, Thursday, stats were down a little. Not tremendously. We're still up over about 13,000 views per day average over the last 7 days. Subscriber-wise, about 67 new subscribers per day average over the last 7 days, although yesterday was kind of half of that, so that's really digging into the average. Despite that, we did hit another small milestone, so 41,250 now. So on our way, quarter of the way to the next 1,000. Cranking along there. I love lately how we hit 1,000 and then it's just a couple of days before we're like, oh, we're on the way to the next one. You know, it's not kind of sitting in the dregs. It's a good velocity. It's a good velocity to have. It's encouraging, at least, that you don't sit at the same numbers for 5 or 6 days like I remember doing a year ago. There's progress happening. So let's talk about today then. So as I kind of mentioned already, today I need to do a little more shooting, a little more editing. On-cam stuff, I have a lot more editing. So it's really all about finishing this review today, however long it takes. We're doing a podcast edit late in the evening tonight, like 8:30 or so. So really that doesn't factor into it. So I have all day really to get this stuff done. There's no reason I shouldn't. Realistically, I probably have about 7 hours of work to do today, you know, to accomplish this review. Yeah, so it'll be a lot to get done. My hope, too, is when I get it done, though releasing on Saturday, my plan is to release it to members as soon as it's ready. So late this afternoon, early this evening kind of thing. So they'll have it early. So if you are a member over on YouTube, just like the last video, you'll get it a little bit early, get to enjoy it ahead of time. I think it's a great new perk that they added, the ability to easily do that. And I intend to utilize it as much as possible to thank the people who help us out over there. Yeah, I feel a little bit of whiplash from the holiday, right? Because it's like work, and most people take Thursday and Friday off. I could, like I'm my own boss, but I want to get this done. I want to accomplish it and get it done for the weekend because I really need to focus on knocking out the I need to get the Advent stuff ready because that starts next Friday. So when I start working on Monday, I have 4 days before I have to get the first Advent done. Now that's not a big deal. I have done lots of work on it, but I've not filmed even the first day's content, although I've done like the donut around it to get the opening and the structure of it. So I really need to wrap this up this week. So that's the nature of, working for yourself. When this is a hobby, I would have a project that I would just leave on the back burner until I was totally interested in doing it and I had nothing else to do and I wasn't working. Well, now, because this isn't a hobby, I feel the same impetus to get the work done that I did when it was like a real job out in the world, because it is my real job here in the world. It just isn't, again, back to the beginning of this video, sustainable yet. And so every day that I'm not working on it, I feel like I'm losing traction or losing ground. So that's why today is not the day off that some people have, and I'm okay with that, self-imposed, right? Okay, I'm gonna go and get after said self-imposed day of work. I wanna thank you for stopping in to check out today's vlog if you did. If you're here every day, love you for that. I hope you enjoy this on your day off going into your long weekend. I'm gonna be, I'll be back then on Monday, I guess, so have a great, what is this? This is Friday. Man, the days. Have a great Friday. Please do something good for yourself, and I'll talk to you again on that Monday. Bye-bye.